Hey Squad, welcome back to episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode, this cool right here, and pretty much what these are a portable power station, and we do have a solar panel right here. If you can see, for the one that we got right here is a brand called Geniverse, and for this product in particular, it's called a Home Power One, and this is Solar Power One. So this is pretty much like a solar panel that you get for the product to do the solar charging when you guys are using outdoor, maybe for camping or something. But obviously when you guys are at your home, your office, or indoor, you do want to use the AC option to plug in directly to recharge it, because when you guys plug in directly, it charges much faster than using solar panel. But the cool thing about this solar panel is that for each one of them that's inside, there are two of them, but for each one, it does provide you guys up to 100 watt speed when you guys do use it in direct sunlight to recharge the actual product, which is pretty cool. And when you guys do purchase the product, you do have the option to buy only one or two, or you don't have to buy it all. Because when you guys purchase it separately, you do have the option to get it without any solar panel if you guys don't need it. But I do feel like it's actually very nice to have this just in case when you guys are going camping or outdoor, if you guys need to recharge it for whatever you guys plan on using it for. And if you guys see my previous video, I actually reviewed another one from this brand before, or like two of them, which is like the Home Power One Pro. So there was two of them that I reviewed in the past, but I'll probably just show you guys one of them because I do have one of them in hand with me at the moment. So I'll show you guys that in a second. One right now first, let's open both of these to show you guys what the product looks like. So let's start with this one right here first because it is a little bit smaller than the solar panel. So I'm going to put down the solar panel for now, so that way we do have some space. But let's open up. So just like the other one that I showed you guys for the Pro version, they do give you guys a little bag inside. And inside this bag right here, they do provide you guys a cable for you guys to recharge the product. So they do provide you guys like two of them inside. One for the car option for you guys to plug it in directly into the car to actually recharge it. Then you guys do have the AC cable for you to plug it in directly onto your wall to recharge it. And they mentioned for the AC option or different option when you guys do use it, when you guys plug it in directly into AC option, it will probably take around 7 hours to recharge it. When you guys plug in the car outlet, it'll be 14 hours. And if you guys do use a solar panel, it'll charge it within like 8 hours. And that is only if you guys do have direct strong sunlight for the whole 8 hours. If you guys don't, then you probably won't charge as fast for the 8 hours. But that's everything included inside right here. For the next layer right here, if you guys do take out the protection layer, right underneath that, we do have the user manual to teach you guys how to set it up and how to use it, and the warranty as well. And the very last thing inside, we do have the actual product. So let's take it out. It is kind of heavy. So if you guys want to make it easier, you can probably put it down on the ground before you take it out. But here is what the product looks like. So for this one's actually pretty cool how she give you guys a little handle for it to carry around really easily if you guys do need to. And obviously since it is a portable power station, it definitely has a little bit of weight to it. And compared to the Pro version, it didn't have a handle on top. The handle is actually on the side, which I will show you in a second. But you see in the front part right here, or top part, they do have the brand name. Here we do have the handle for it to carry around really easily. On the side right here, and this side as well, they do have the ventilation fan to prevent it from overheating when you guys do use it. And then right here is the back, and then here is the bottom. So on the bottom, they do have like a non-slip material to prevent it from moving around when you guys do use it. And then right here in the front is what the actual product looks like. And you see they do have a lot of different outlets on here for you guys to use and inputs as well. So I'll put it down for now because it is pretty heavy. But it does have the brand name. It has the product name, Home Power One. We do have 3 AC options right here. And they mentioned like the max power on here should be 1000 watts. We do have a quick charging USB option, a regular 2.4A USB option, and 2 USB-C options on top. And right here, we do have a DC option for it to open up if you guys need to use it for your car outlets, etc. And then here we do have the input for it to use. So supposedly for this one right here, they call the Anderson port if you guys need to use it. And then right next to that, we do have the display screen to show you guys how much power that's being generated when you guys do use it. But I believe for the input right here is where you guys unplug in cable to recharge it. If you guys want to use like the solar panel, the car charger, or even the AC option directly to recharge it. And when you see throughout the product, they do have different buttons for you guys to press for you to turn on the AC option, the DC option, or the display. Let me bring the camera a little closer to show you guys what I mean. All right, so if I bring it up closer, here is what it actually looks like for everything on here. So I love how this part right here does give us the option to plug in a 2-prong option or 3-prong option, the way how they design it for each one. But if you guys want to turn it on, just press the power button. It does show you guys the input and output and the percentage of the battery on here. If you guys press on either one of these, it turns on. Same for this one. So even when we don't have any plug in, it shows you guys that it does have an input that's being used already, because it does require battery when you guys do use it. And once you have it done, just turn it off. Just like that. But really cool how she gives you guys everything on here that you need to charge like your devices, whether it's like a laptop, refrigerator or microwave, etc. I'm not sure if this will work for like electric kettle, but let's give it a try. But before I should give it a try, I do want to show you guys how to actually charge it first, and then we'll show you guys the Home Power 1 Pro as well, and then we'll test it out. All right, so I got my cable plugged in right here. You can see we do have a blue light, so that is how I know when it's fully charged. So I do plug it in, and you see how the input number is going up. So it's currently providing around 145 watts when you guys do use the input option to charge it. And the cable that's included for this one is slightly different than the one that's for the other Home Power 1 Pro. But you see how it does provide you guys a lot of power when you guys do use it. And it's still showing blue. So I guess when it's fully charged, the color probably changed or something. But you guys can always look right here to see when it's fully charged or not. Currently it's still 50%. So that is pretty much how you guys charge the product. What I'm doing right now is to bring over the Home Power 1 Pro to show you guys a side-by-side comparison of this one versus the new one. Alright, so right here we do have the Home Power 1 Pro. So this one, as you can see, is much bigger than this one. And also what you guys do get is actually very different as well. So for this one, it does provide you guys a light option, where for this one, it does not. They do have a bigger display screen that looks a lot better and much better design. Right here, we do have two USB port right here. And then we do have two USB-C options that provide you guys 100 watts. We do have 3 AC options on here, but for this one, I don't see any DC option on this side. But if you guys turn onto the back part right here, we do have the plug outlet for you to use the AC option directly. And then we do have the 2 port for you guys to use if you guys want to use like the car charging option, or you can use a solar panel as well. And the cable that's provided for you guys is much more higher quality. You can see right here, this is the cable. And in terms of the handle that's on here, like I mentioned, is on the side compared to the top part right here. So when I do carry around, it'd be like this. But on both sides, this side and also the other side, they do have the ventilation fan, so that way it can help you guys prevent it from overheating when you guys do use it. But you can see that's pretty much everything that's on here, and it doesn't have the slot for you guys to use for the DC option like this one, you can see. So that's one of the things you guys are sacrificing on here compared to the other one. But in terms of the overall design for the actual product, it definitely looks and feels like a higher quality product. And they do have this top part right here for you guys to put stuff if you guys want to. Much more spacious than this one. They do have another version that I show you guys, which is like a smaller version than this one. This is a bigger version, so it's a lot more powerful when you guys do use it. But in terms of display, you can see that's probably similar stuff. It shows you guys everything on here in terms of how much power that's being generated when you guys do use it, and also the battery percentage left that's on here. So 96%, and it shows you guys how you guys can use it for 50 hours left, depending on what you guys plan on using it for. If you guys use it for your fridge, if you guys use it for your laptop, if you guys use it for like a microwave or anything else. But I do love how this one does provide us a light, which is really cool in case you guys need it for like camping or emergency. And supposedly for this one, actually charges much faster than this one because of the new technology that's built in for this one compared to the old one. Let me plug in cable to show you guys how to charge it for this one. So for the cable, you guys want to plug in the back. Not like this one, we have to plug in the front. So let's plug in right here. So you can see how this one provides you guys a lot more watts when you guys do use it. It's currently providing you guys like 400 watts, even when it's at 96%. And now it's at 500 watts. Wherever this one only provides you guys 100 watts or 150. And this one's going even higher. Currently it's around 700 watts. So definitely the new one right here charges way faster than your small one right here, if you guys can see. And the number's still going up. Currently it's at 822 watts. And even when you guys do look at the power that's on here, it does provide a lot more as well. This one can support up to 1200 watts. So here's a quick comparison to show you guys what both of them looks like when you guys put it side by side. What I'm doing right now is to test it out and show you guys how it does work first in terms of AC option and USB option first. All right, so right here I do have electric kettle, and I want to test out each one of them to show you guys when it actually works or not. Because electric kettle does use a lot of power, so it might not work for the small one. But let's give it a try. Turn it on, plug it in, turn it on. Let me bring the camera a little closer. You can see how much power that's being generated on here when we do use it. 1200 watts, and it does seem like it does work so far. You can see how the product it does work. So even when they mention how it's 1000 watts right here, you can see how it does work to boil the electric kettle. And it shuts off once it reaches a certain temperature, you can see. So the AC option turns off by itself. So it does have the safety feature built in, but it worked temporarily, if you can see. Now let's try the other one. So let's do unplug it, plug into this one, turn it on. This one, you can see it does work, but let's see if we can maintain it. So currently it's around like 1300 watts. And once we do plug it in for the 1300 watts, you can see the charging option went down a little bit, and the actual product is almost fully charged already. So it does seem like it's maintaining the actual electric kettle, and see how it does still work. and the temperature almost at 212. So for the big one, when you guys do use it, it definitely does work and actually charges really fast when you guys do use it, you can see. All right. So it's done. So for the big one, it definitely does work for you guys to use to boil electric kettle if you guys do want to. But for a small one, it does not go all the way. It does work in the beginning and it does turn off with the safety feature built in. But now let's try the different output on here in terms of the USB or USB-C to see whether or not those work. All right, so right here, I do have my laptop. I'm gonna plug in cable to test it out for the USB-C option to see how much power it does provide when we do use it. We'll try the small one first. So right here, I do have my little tester. I want to plug it in the top part. And I want to plug in my cable. So since we do have the built-in USB-C option, we don't have to plug in the AC option on here because we want to test it out to see how much power it does provide. So I'm using the Apple cable right here, the MagSafe option, to really test it out. So let's turn it on. Let me bring the camera a little closer. So once we do plug it in, you can see how the number's going up. So the reason why it keeps turning off is because my actual laptop itself is fully dead because there's no power on here. So it might take some time for it to load. So you can see how it went up to 16 watts because it does take some time for it to load up. So the battery itself is completely dead. But they mentioned for the USB-C option on here in terms of power it does provide, it does provide you guys up to 18 watts. So right now it's maintained around 17 watts, you can see, or 16.94 to be exact. So the power on here is not that powerful compared to the lower one. Let me plug it in to show you guys what I mean. So let's plug it into the bottom. This one will provide you guys a lot more power. You can see how the number's going up, and it shows you guys on here as well. So currently it's providing you guys around 103 watts, but right here show you guys 94, 93 watts. So definitely for this one, when you guys do use it, it does provide you guys a lot more power when you guys do use it. Let me see how when we do plug it in, my screen does turn on. Wherever the top one right here, when we do plug it in, it didn't even turn on because there's so little power that's being generated when you guys do use it. Like the max on here, like I mentioned, 18 watts, and these are probably like less than that, maybe 12 watts or something around that range. Where for this one right here, probably has 18 watts for the USB option and 100 watts for the USB-C option, if you guys can see right here. And obviously, if you guys do have like 140 watts wall chargers, and feel free to plug it in here directly to use it. Same thing for this part as well. But if you guys do use a built-in option, these are much slower than this one. And obviously for both of them, you do have the option to use more than one device at the same time if you guys want to. So if you guys want to plug in this one, this one, this one, this one, and these three at the same time. And for the bottom, if you guys want to plug in this one, this one, this one, and the rest as well at the same time, feel free to do so. But you see the product definitely does work when you guys do use it. One right now is open the solar panel to show you guys what it looks like. So because the actual solar panel takes a lot more space, I want to move the table back a little bit and open right here to show you guys what it looks like. And for inside right here, we do have two of them, like I mentioned. So since both of them are the same, we're just take out one of them. So this is what the inside looks like when you guys do get it. And both of them are the same. I will show you guys the other one that I do have in terms of the home power one that I showed you last time. But we'll open this one for now to give you guys an idea of what it actually looks like. So inside is honestly wrapped up, but if you guys do take it out, this is what the inside looks like. Let's take it out. So right out the bat, once we do take it out, I do notice that it's actually much more lightweight compared to the Home Power 1 solar panel. But inside they do give you guys the solar panel and they give you guys a little envelope. If you guys do open it, inside they do provide guys a user manual to teach you guys how to set it up and how to use it. You can see right here. But now let me show you guys the solar panel. So very nice how they do give you a little handle for you to carry around really easily. We do have the brand name, the product name, Solar Power 1. They tell you guys the output on here is 100 watts or 18 volts. And then here we do have the part for you guys to probably to open up when you guys do put it on the ground, when you guys do use it in direct sunlight to recharge it. And same thing for this side. And then here we do have a little pocket. If you guys do open it, inside we do have the cable for you to plug it in onto the portable power station when you guys do use it. And the inside right here, we do have this accessory for you to use. So you can plug this onto the actual product when you guys do use it. You can see the Anderson port. And then for these two cables, you guys can probably plug it under right here. So one in one hole and the other one for the other one. So that way you can use two of them at the same time. So very cool how they do provide you guys that option. And the cool thing about this is the fact that the way how they design it, it does give you guys the option to plug this onto your portable power station. But they do have a USB option and a USB-C option. So that way you can use this directly for your device to charge if you guys want to as well. If you guys don't want to use your portable power station, or if you guys want to use this directly to charge it, where your portable power station is completely dead, which is really cool. If you see right there, the USB and USB-C option. So feel free to just leave it open when you guys are using it. And on top right here, they do probably the specs about the product. But once you guys are ready to use it, you just want to open up. It has this really strong magnetic design to hold it together, you can see, which is pretty cool. But once you guys do open it, here's what the inside looks like. So here's this side, and then here's the back. So pretty much once you guys are ready to use it, you just want to open the back part here to use the stand option on the ground. You guys can pretty much just do something like this. Let me adjust the camera. So you can pretty much just put it on the ground like this when you guys do use it. And if you guys want to charge it, just plug in the cable in the back. So whether if you guys want to plug it in directly like this to recharge like that, or if you guys want to use the Anderson port that I mentioned on here, so that way you use two of them at the same time, you guys can plug it in directly like this onto the input right here. So black on black and red on red. And you can plug in one right here. And the other one, you can plug in the other solar panel if you guys do want to. Or if you guys want to plug in like an AC option and the wall charger, that also works as well, which is pretty cool. So maybe if you guys want to have one cable plugged in directly from your wall and one using the solar panel, you do have the option available, which is pretty cool. So here's what it actually looks like when you guys do open a solar panel. Now make sure it's the other one that I do have from the Home Power One Pro to give you guys an idea of the difference. So here is the one for the Home Power One Pro. This one is definitely a lot more heavier than the other one, but it's open up. For those of you guys who did not see that video, I want to open up to show you guys what this one looks like as well. And I do want to mention for this one, it is a lot more powerful than this one. You can see how I mentioned on here how it does provide you guys 200 watts of power when you guys do use it compared to this one, which is 100. So once you guys open it, it's also nicely wrapped up inside. But if you guys do take it out, this one is literally so heavy. So once you guys do take it out, here's what the product looks like. So it does have this bag for you guys to use if you guys do open it. Also in the front, here's what the product looks like. So for this one, we do have this part right here for it's open up. Slightly different than the other one. It has a magnetic design on here to hold it in place. And then here's our side. On the side right here is where you guys want to plug in cable to actually activate it and use it onto your power station. But it does have the brand name on here. And when you guys do open it, it also has a magnetic design. You can see. But you can see right out the bat for this one, it definitely looks like a higher quality material in terms of overall design. But let me fully open it. You can see how when we do open it, this one's actually much bigger. This one is a 3 panel compared to this one where it's 2. But the back part is gonna open up and just open up on the back to use it as a stand. Actually, correction, sorry, it's not 3 panel, it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's literally so big that can't even fit the whole entire thing into the screen. And in terms of the cable that's provided is inside right here. So we do have this zipper pocket right here that's inside, where it's open up. And pretty much inside they do provide guys a user manual as well. And here we got the cable. So this is what the cable looks like. So this one goes into the solar panel and this goes into your portable power station. And you guys want to plug in the back, like I mentioned, there's 2 holes, so that way you can plug in 2 of them at the same time to give you guys 400 watt speed when you guys do use it. So this is pretty much what the product looks like for both of the solar panel. Obviously for the solar panel, when you guys do use it, if you guys do use it in direct sunlight, it'd be much more powerful compared to when there's no sunlight. And I love how they do have these holes on here, so that way you can hang stuff here if you guys want to hold down the weight and etc. Let me move the camera around to show you guys everything on here in terms of close-up view and etc. And the way how you guys put away these solar panels is so easy. Just fold the back part and bring it up together. Just like that, and just put it back in the bag. Same thing for this one, just unplug the cable, stick the back part on, bring it back together, and you guys are pretty much all set after you guys do put back a cable inside and put it back in the bag, etc. Very easy and very simple. This one definitely feels a lot more heavier because of the weight that's on here in terms of 4 panels instead of 2, but that is how you have to put it away. So if you guys are curious about how to actually charge it, let me show you guys the video where I actually test out this one in terms of how to actually charge it using solar panel outdoor. Alright, so right here we do have the solar panel all set up. And then right there we got the power station. Let's plug it in to test it out to see how it actually works. So I'm gonna plug in either one of them. And once you guys do plug it in, you can see it starts charging. So currently it's charging at 82 watts when we do use only one solar panel. If you guys do plug in more than one, you'll charge much faster. But that's how you guys will probably take 1 hour to fully charge it, you can see right here. But now let's try to plug in the cable for this power station to charge the other one to see if it actually works at the same time while you're charging the power station. Alright, so we got it plugged in right here for the AC option. And we see right now it's still showing 90 watts or 100 watts when we do use a solar panel, which is pretty fast. And for the back part right here, we do have it plugged in. So if we do turn it on, you can see how it starts charging immediately. So currently the solar panel is still charging while charging the actual product at the same time. So currently producing like 900 watts and slowly going up. Now it's at 1000, while the solar panel is charging 100 watts right now, you can see. And when you guys look at the other one right here, it shows you guys how much power that's being generated as well, which is 1300 watts right now and slowly going up. So you can see it definitely does work when you guys do use it, and it does provide us a lot of power. And now it's went up to like 1500 watts, you can see, and keeps going up. So here's a quick little setup to show you guys what the product looks like when you guys do use it. You can see it does work. It's so convenient for you guys to use it outdoor anytime, anywhere. And it is stackable as well, which is pretty nice. So here is a close-up view of what the product looks like, or a wide angle view. So that one right there is for the Home Power 1 on top, or for this big one right here, or the long one, this is for the Home Power 1 Pro. You can see the material that's on the panel right here is slightly different compared to this one right here. And the output is different as well. This is 200 watts, where for that one is 100 watts. You can see right there. So whether if you guys are using this indoor, outdoor, or whatever, it definitely does work. If you guys do use it outdoor when it does rain, you do want to be careful because it doesn't have any cover on here. If you guys do get water on here, just be safe with it. So here's a quick little video to show you guys different solar panel for both different versions when you guys do purchase it, in terms of the Home Power 1 and the Home Power 1 Pro. If you guys do want to get the other one in terms of the Home Power 2 or the Home Power 2 Pro, you guys can feel free to get those as well. This is probably one of the better options to go for if you guys are interested, especially if you guys do get the bigger version or the Pro version. It charges much faster, provides guys a lot more power, and you guys can use it for a lot more stuff in terms of the different power, in terms of USB-C option, how it does provide us 100 watts, and top one only provides guys 18 watts. And also the AC option provides guys a lot more power when you guys do use it. You can see how when we do use electric kettle, it does work for the bottom, and the top one, it just stops. So that is everything that's on the product. Now look at unboxing and testing product. Now to answer the question of whether or not it's worth it on. So regardless if you guys get the small one or the big one, that is totally up to you guys. But you can see when we do test out both of them, for the one that we do have right here, the Home Power 1 definitely provides you guys less power compared to the Home Power Pro, and it does provide you guys a faster charging speed when you guys do use it. You can see how it does provide you guys 142, and then for this one provide you guys up to 800 watts. Like, it's already fully charged and this is still charging. And even for the solar panel, when you guys do get it, it does charge a lot faster when you guys use this one compared to this one as well. So regardless of which one you guys do get, that is totally up to you guys. But having a portable power station at home is actually very nice, especially for an emergency when there is a power outage. If you guys don't have power for maybe like your fridge or anything else to cook stuff or whatever, having one of these at the house is just very important, just as an emergency option. There's been so many different times where I actually ran out of power or there's like a power outage, and I actually had this plugged in. And this was such a lifesaver because a lot of my computers that I have, like the Mac Studio, I have to plug in directly into power in order to get power on there. And if there is a power outage, I'll probably lose all the data that I've been working with. Where for now, when I do actually plug it in directly on here and leave it plugged in while having cable plugged in the back to recharge it and keep it charged, I don't have that issue anymore. Same thing applies to the small one if you guys do use it. But obviously, if you guys do get the bigger one, it lasts a lot longer in terms of the battery life compared to the small one. So if you guys want my honest opinion, I do prefer the big one because it does provide a lot more power and lasts a lot longer when you guys do use it. And it is much more powerful, but you guys can't go wrong with the small one as well. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or haven't want these, obviously don't buy one and save your money on something else that you actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it'll definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.